Greetings, y'all. Guess what I did? I made some more daggum trees. And then I made even more daggum trees. And check it out. I'm already tired of making trees though. And we actually have something very, very important to address before we proceed. You see, the channel very recently has hit 100 subscribers. Thank you. It might not seem like much to some, but it means a whole heck of a lot to me. So for those of you new to the channel, welcome. And I hope you're enjoying yourselves. And if you too would like to be digitally represented by a candle in my world, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I'll light one for you too. And with all of the pleasantries and vigorous mouse clickings behind us, it is time to get on with today's episode. You see, the trees are not yet done. By the end of the episode, we're probably gonna more than double the trees that we've got going on down here already. And also later on in the episode, we're going to be announcing the winner of the ridiculous poppy field guessing challenge competition thing. I don't know. Somebody's getting their head on Mount Rammore. That's all I know. And basically, by the time this episode wraps up, this whole area should be done. Whoops. This whole area should be done. And when it is, we'll do a little bit of a tour just to wrap things up here before we move on to our next project and whatever other adventures await us in this world. But first, basement update. Oh yeah, check it out. I have managed to cram even more stuff in my basement. First thing you'll notice is this monstrosity up here. I had to remove one of my little bee bottle doodads, but I never used this stuff, so I didn't really feel too bad. But if we go up here and watch this thingy, it makes moss for me and all of the things that come with moss. See this chest here? I got all that stuff for free. What else did I add? Oh yeah, cactus. So I know it's not the most efficient system in the world. Sometimes you gotta kind of do that with it, but it works for me. Just while I'm here building trees, hanging out around the base, I've already gotten more than 3 stacks of cactus, so this is fine. Also, I've got a little pickle machine over here. I just put bone meal into this guy, flick the little lever, and then I end up with pickles. By the way, none of these farms are my design, and I will have links to the original creators in the description of the video. Well, I don't know, except the cactus. I kind of just put cactus on that and put that there and, you know, whatever. That's my design, trademark, whatever. Can't use it. I'm kidding. You can use it. But I just wanted to show you guys how nasty my basement had gotten. I feel like I'm kind of turning into a little bit of a hoarder down here. I think we can still fit a few farms here and there, though. Everybody's talking about that wild update. I got that basement update, y'all. But we will return to the basement when we need to. Right now, I don't need to add anything down here. However, I do need to add something down here in Saisho Village. Last episode, I asked you guys to guess how many poppies I planted in my big ridiculous poppy field here. And there were actually so many incredibly well thought out guesses that I had a hard time picking. But luckily, 2 of you came pretty dang close. So congratulations to Anonymous and Mr. Creeper for being the closest guesses. I don't know exactly how many poppies it was, but I do know it was somewhere in between your guesses. Mr. Creeper, if you would like your actual face up on the wall, you're gonna have to get back to me with it, bruh. For now, you're gonna have to make do with what I've made for you here. So I hope you like it. I think it turned out pretty neat. And ladies and gentlemen, I give you, for the first time, the completed Mount Rammore. Behold, in all its glory. I also customized these trees down here a little bit just to make them look a little bit nicer. I'm probably not going to do anything with that tree because I'm actually going to tear it down and we'll be replacing it with the custom trees that I'm procrastinating on. And speaking of procrastination, that's right, it's time. I got 3 of these mamas and I have a few bodyguards to hopefully help me out with this because I've never done this before and I'm honestly terrified. Oh. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? That was anticlimactic as that was actually like super easy. I've never fought a wither on my own before. That was ridiculously easy. And now we can make a beacon. I may have even over prepared a little bit because I don't think I took any damage other than from like the initial explosion. That could also just be because I'm an absolute unit, but all right, so now that that's done, I guess we pack up and head back home. And with that, we officially have nothing else to do here other than finish these trees. So I think I will finally quit procrastinating and get these trees done. Done. And I can't wait to walk you guys through this and give you the full experience. But first, I think we'll start back here at World Spawn and do a little bit of a tour sans shaders. I don't know why, but I realized the other day that I've never actually shown my world on a video without shaders. So we're going to do a little bit of a look around and see what all we've done so far before we get to the big reveal of the valley over yonder. For those of you who've been around long enough, you know this is just my wood gathering forest. There's nothing too special about this spot here. I just have all the different wood trees kind of separated into areas. I just come over here and do a little bit of choppy. That way I've got a nice little area for it and it's tucked away from everything else. But then if we follow the path this way, we do start to see our first little bits of civilization. And this is Saisho Village. Saisho translates to first village. And this is the first village that we've built in this world, so it's pretty fitting. And here comes nighttime, so why don't we sleep? We got Mount Rammore up there with the fine addition of Anonymous and Creeper. I did get Mr. Creeper's real Minecraft face, but I unfortunately had this episode mostly done, so I'll get that on there for you later. Also, we have 2 new residents of the town. Well, not new, they've been here for a while. I chained these guys up a while ago, and I've named them Abel and Owen for 2 special little dudes who have been watching my episodes and enjoying them quite a bit. So I wanted to throw you guys in my world as well. If we cross the bridge though, we come over to this nice little pond area and all these houses are empty except for that one. That one was my little kind of base of operations when I built the village down here. And I did hope to have some of the pink sakura trees down here in the village, but ultimately I didn't for a couple reasons. One being I ran out of time. It's been a long time since I've uploaded anything, and I wanted to keep a pretty consistent schedule with this as much as I could, so I wanted to get the episode out. Another reason, I got pretty tired of building trees, I'm gonna be honest with you. And last but not least, I thought it made sense to kind of keep them behind this Torii Gate, this nether portal, because I think a Torii Gate is supposed to represent, like, entering into a new area, like a special place, a sacred place almost. And that's kind of what I wanted this valley to be from the start. So I thought it might be kind of cool to keep the trees just down in this valley here and not actually bring them that way. But check it out. I absolutely love how this came together. There are a couple places like up here where I'm not a big fan of how low it is to the path, but you can still walk under it comfortably. You might bonk your head a little bit, but I wanted it to be like a little archway of leaves, like over the path. And I did that pretty good, except for down here, I miscalculated the height of this tree because I started it, its base is down there. this branch just ended up not being high enough, and instead of changing it, I kind of just rolled with it. So continuing on down the path, one thing I really love are the little glimpses you get of the castle. As we walk along here, you just get tiny little bits of it here and there, and then as you round the corner here, you get a little bit more, and probably my new favorite view in this entire world. Look at that. I love that pagoda up there. While we're here though, I do have to make a special mention for this well. If you don't know, if you haven't been here long enough, you may not know, but this well is responsible for everything in this world. Let me show you. If we come in here and we take a little swimmy swim down our secret passageway, it poops us out in here. This is a zombie spawner. This was the first spawner that I found in this world. I brought a little cleric down here so I could trade the flesh with him for emeralds. And this is how I would get experience and emeralds to trade with my librarians. This is how I fixed all my tools. This was everything. This little zombie spawner is responsible for everything. Thank you, zombie spawner. Continuing on though, once we come down this way, you get the big reveal of the castle. And this is by far my favorite shot. I don't know, one of my favorite shots. I keep saying that, don't judge me about it. But yeah, this is the castle. And I love it with all my heart. We got this little cart over here, some junk piled up. This actually sends stuff down into my storage system. And this is my starter house here. This is where we lived for a long time. Actually, this is where we still live. A little bit of an interior. I got some stuff going on. My kitchen, my enchanting setup is in here. Up here, I've got my bedroom with tons and tons of knickknacks. I got my first pickaxe, my first diamond, my first golden apple, all sorts of cool stuff. And of course, we can't forget about my extended digital family. We have Sir Isaac Mutant, Horse 6, and of course, Westy and Nogri here chilling. They're hanging out in boats. I wanted to get a brown panda, but I kind of never really gotten around to making them like, you know, get busy. So they just live here. And this house here is actually houses our villager breeder. I got it turned off right now because I have way too many villagers down there, but they live in there, and then their little doodads fall down in the hole. And from here, I can minecart them around. I can turn them. I can zombify them if I want. We got Consuelo over here. She's a sweetheart. Of course, we have our forge back over here. This is where we make the most powerful tools and armor in all of the land. This building here is my least favorite. If you've been around long enough, you know that I've rebuilt this probably 3 times, I think, maybe 4. I don't remember. And inside is a couple things. Up here houses our iron farm, where these guys are just doomed to forever be scared by this zombie. And it spawns iron golems up top, pushes them into lava, they die, and all their little stuff comes in here for me to exploit. This is my furnace, and it is the most inconvenient interface possible. You have to jump actually to put fuel in it. You can reach the input fine, but if we come in here, it's a mess. And this is where the action happens. This is my smelter, so if I need a lot of stuff quick, this is how I get it. We do have Julius's shrine over here with our dragon egg. And of course, last but not least, we have the main tower, the 10 shoe. And this houses our villagers. There's a few different layers here. First layer is librarians. Second layer is armorers and toolsmiths. Then we have masons and stone cutters on the third layer. And fourth layer is kind of just a menagerie. We have farmers, we've got fletchers, we've got cartographers, we've got these guys, those guys, all sorts of different guys. And last but not least, we have our village idiot, Zasp. He just chills up here. This is his own little private bedroom at the top of the 10 shoe. Soon, Zaspy, my boy, I will be leaving, and all of this will be yours. A little too close home. Look out the window, though. That's kind of cool. You got a nice view, Zasp. And finally, if we go downstairs, this takes us to our storage and our sheep farm. But this is my main storage room, and I actually kind of hate it. Like, don't get me wrong, it looks super cool and everything, but it is actually super, super unreasonable to have to go down all these stairs every time just to get here. Usually I end up taking the back way, which is a mess. We got our super cool map that showcases our whole region that we've been working on here, and that's about it. Look at this place though, so awesome, man. I wanted to build so many more trees and so many more buildings, but it's not that we never will, it's just that I'm not going to right now because I don't feel like it. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, a Minecraft build is usually done kind of just when I'm done with it. And right now, I'm kind of just done with this build. I want to go build something else somewhere. I do hope you guys like what we did with the area here, though. I do hope you like what we did with the style. Maybe I inspired some of you a little bit. That's kind of the goal. Also, I'm just kind of having fun, so there's that too. Yeah, we'll definitely be back. We'll definitely be doing more. another time. But for today, I think that's it. I think that's all I can stand to do as far as these trees and anything else here. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it so very much. You guys are the absolute best. I cannot wait to build more stuff in this world. I cannot wait to even come back here sometime and add a little bit more to this area. But for now, I gotta start packing and figure out where we're gonna go next. You guys have any guesses on what we're gonna build? What's the style gonna be? Let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.